Hey! What's up, everybody? I guess we'll start the shindig off how we usually do. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, your storyteller, your dungeon mistress. This is your home of drama and romance on the internet in form of roleplay and tabletop RPGs. You won't be disappointed if you are a book talk girly or boy or non-binary pal. Not sure what the non-binary equivalent of a book talk individual is, other than a book talk individual who enjoys maybe a little nasty. And by that, it could mean a slew of things. Emotional turmoil, your parents actually loving you, sick romance, you know. This is your place. I think we're okay, Sly, if you want to hit us with the recap.
The fire wasn't real, but it burned all the same. Words, cruel and sharp, flew like fiery missiles aimed at all the vulnerable parts of our souls. It consumed us, stripping away that fragile joy that we clung to and leaving us raw, bare, and exposed. And there, in that moment of searing pain, we faced our inner demons, each of us bearing the weight of the truths that we had tried to bury. Truths that scorched like an inferno and left scars that would never truly heal. And in the aftermath of the fire, we found them. Echoes of ourselves from across the expanse of time. Versions of who we were, or might have been, woven into the fabric of history like these threads of an infinite tapestry. Through these reflections, we saw the unbreakable bonds that tied us together. That call to shadow, that black weaving chain around each of us. And we all had to walk paths that converged here in this moment, in this blood-soaked ground, soul meeting soul, our fractured pieces aligning like shards of stained glass, forming something whole, something luminous. Hope. But clarity comes with a choice, and now the weight of that decision looms heavy over us. Who will save Sheila? Who would save Círdan? The stakes are monumental, and none of us were untouched by the gravity of what lay ahead. It was then, amidst the tension, that I, Sidril, stepped forward, my voice trembling, unsteady. I cannot face the past. I cannot reconcile what I was with who I am, and I cannot follow my heart again wherever it may lead because I cannot make that mistake. The silence that followed was deafening, yet it held more than emptiness. It held the burden of the fall of heaven. It held the understanding and forgiveness and unity, and Kazuhiko, steady as a mountain, as strange man, broke the stillness with a simple and powerful phrase, a phrase that each of us in our own way needed to hear. I forgive you. And in that moment, We became something more, these broken pieces becoming a mosaic, individual voices becoming a chorus, despite all that pain, despite all the loss. And we stood as one, ready to face the shadow that threatened everything. And now, as the veil of the past is drawn aside, two threads of fate intertwine. The parties of Season 1 and Season 2 stand together at the edge of a new chapter. Our shared scars and triumphs forging an unbreakable bond. The future is unwritten, a void filled with possibility and danger and a silent hope. Season 3 begins not with a single step, but with the resounding echoes of many, each one a promise to fight for the light, no matter how deep that shadow grows, no matter how far we are pulled into its depths. Because no matter what, we will rise, and we will find our path together. Welcome back to Chapter 44, Season 3 of Call to Shadow.
Let me reset the scene for you. In the Sanguine Sanctorium, in the depths of a forgotten crypt near the Last Lady's Light Inn, your party resides after a ritual gone awry. The ritual itself, a designation through time, pulling that which was dead to life, returning it as revenant and damn fire. Some of your characters count as vampiric spawn, as Kalen himself, an old and powerful vampire, has drawn you forward from time eternum itself. And you find yourself, the old party, the party that returned, in a room that smells like blood. But the blood itself, for most of you, it is difficult to admit that it is a comforting scent. The warmth from the bubbling, large, siphoning pool in the center of the room is a comfort. Like being among family and friends. After a brief interlude of hostility between Ink and Kalen, there's an emotional moment for Sidriel. We start shortly thereafter. For my players, Kalen has produced this massive map of Scylla, of Duskthrone, of New Tower Town. Of all of these places, you can find this map as players in Roll20 if you would like to take a look. And he explains to both parties that the Clevermores are a vampiric family and that they worship the cult of the shadow, or they are a part of the cult of the shadow. They worship the shadow. They worship one of the nine. You learned of the cult of the nine in episode 21 and 22. But it was Solariel who had the majority of the information. It was in his mother's journal. It was the, to put it in real world terms, it was the Illuminati of Scylla. The upper echelons that kept the poor poor and the rich rich and high and powerful. Clevermore is not dissimilar. Though it does not have a high court and a low court, it has nobles and peasants. Kalen also explains that Marrow Point Watch has ties to this cult of Shadow, or the cult of the Nine. And this is the point that he asks, how would you like him to refer to this religious fanaticism? The cult of the Nine or the cult of the Shadow? Which makes it easier for your party?
How about just the crazy fucks? Going once, going twice.
Cult of crazy fuck sounds pretty good.
I'm crazy.
But I think the important part is knowing there are 9 of them. Are there not?
To the crazy 9 fucks.
Crazy Nine.
I think just the cult of the Nine is fine. Do we really need to add such vulgar terms?
Party pooper.
Ooh, the cult of the 9 party poopers. That's a good one.
All right, cult of the 9 it is.
Oh, to the 9 for 500, Alex.
Who's Alex?
500. Do you have?
One
Your
of you guys
mother.
named Alex.
Kalen continues to explain that Kazahir and New Tower Town, the 2 towers in the Vale, are actively working against the cult of the Nine. New Tower Town is near a encampment, Catledge, where Professor Gearwin resides, or at least at one point he resided. Kaelin explains that Duskthorn, Thorne, sorry, Duskthorn, is that what that is? Thorn, Duskthorn. I
Thorn.
named it. Did I spell it wrong?
Thornay.
You know this.
Yes.
That's Thorn.
Duskthorn has remained mostly silent and undeterred. But he believes that the Requiem seat is here. Duskthorn is surrounded by a near impenetrable briar patch that filters through the wood. The woods themselves are just called by the locals the Dusk Wood. That they are sentient, angry trees. I mean, those that get lost in the Duskwood stay lost forever. Kazahir is under the impression that he and his Kazahiram knights are in control of the valley, of the Vale. That the Kazahiram knights that they get from Marrow Point are not broken and disfigured and changed. He must be convinced to fight against the Cult of the Nine. Kaelin explains under Solariel's freedom fighters, there is information that suggests that Kazahir will become one of the 9, because there are only 8 active members. Kaelin explains that the Gormire is not only a scar, a pit in the earth. It is a waiting portal. It is an open gate unactivated. Kaelin believes that the Gormire itself will be the gate that the shadow pours through into the world. And that the Cult of the Nine will see it done. Scylla, Clevermore, and Marrow Point all working and worshipping the shadow. Duskthorn very likely because it has taken Círdan, assumes what he is. But because he is traveling to Duskthorn specifically from Clevermore, he just logically believes that that is where the Requiem's, that is where she keeps the throne. He continues to explain that once your choice is made, he will use a very powerful divination magic, and that he will seek out Paladine, Bahamut, Círdan, the avatar of life itself. That he will search for that small spark of divinity and tell you exactly where it is. But he warns you that what you find may be a sliver of a shell of both man and dragon. For the vampires of Clevermore Keep feast on the lifeblood of their people, and it is foolish to assume they did not feast upon Círdan. He explains taking out any one of those 3 tyrants, or 4, Duskthorn considered, would aid in the battle against the Cult of Nine. In stopping the shadow. Especially since, should you fall in battle, because you bear the chains, the shadow cannot mutate you. And finally, if you have any questions, I will be preparing the divination spell. I do not mean to pressure you by saying that you are our only hope, that you are all that we have. But I will not lie to you. You are the world's last line of defense. You are all we have. I do not believe the world can suffer another reincarnation cycle. But now there are double. Should one party fail, there is another. And he nods with an expression of complicated emotion. I would say, may the gods be with you. But even the gods have answered the call to shadow. And he steps away, leaving the map, the information. Most of this information is also in the notebook that Kazuhiko bears from Kaelin's archives. What do you do?
Well, one thing I've learned from the company I've kept for, I don't know, a few weeks, a few months with you all is we can't do this alone. Do we have allies that could help us? I mean, Solana, you...
Is Solana in the room?
Yeah.
Solana, like, you're a princess, you're royalty.
But not necessarily a princess, but I do have forces, but I believe they all think I died. I don't. Does Solana know where her people are now? Because it's been a long time since they died, correct?
She does know, yes, it should be in your notes.
Should be. I know, like, she knows about the Kazahir.
Then yes, she knows where her people are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She is
Okay. I
technically
was wondering.
the Kazahiram princess.
Ah, okay. And then I do understand that correctly. Alright. Bring it back. Well, the Kazahir are supposedly my people. Now. And, yeah, I would say I know them. I don't know if they would help us, but maybe they'd be excited to see that I'm alive. Maybe
It
they'll
would be
help.
worth a try, right?
It's not completely foreign.
Perhaps you would want to have a conversation with them, especially as we,
Right.
whoever wished to join, would like to go to Scylla. I personally
Should we-
have my stakes there as my home.
Right. I really thought we would probably want to prioritize finding Sidon. So I was
Well,
thinking-
that's why we have two groups, do we not? No.
Right.
Along
So-
with there's these that were brought here.
So what would you all like? Do you?
I
I'm
can
okay.
s- Scooby Doo this shit.
I'd like to go to Scylla. I have some unfinished business with her. David.
I also figured that we would go to Scylla. I honestly would probably rather go to Scylla. But if we'd like to make a stop in Kasihirim, I'm not opposed to it.
It's on the way, right?
Is it on the way? Let me look
I
at
mean,
the-
if you can
It's a bit out
convince
of
the
the way.
Kaza here to bring his forces towards Scylla, that would greatly increase our war efforts against the Shadow.
I don't
If it's
mean
on
to
the
chime
way.
in, but you guys are aware of the Kazahir, right? I mean, as far as I understand, it's not exactly known for being the nicest guy. I don't think we could just waltz up to his front door and be like, "Hey, by the way, you said you're a princess of there?
Well, it's not
Like, what?
exact.
Are they not missing you? Like, what? This is more news to me. I think. What is going on?
So
This
when
is not small information.
when I died, right? To my knowledge, my father went off the rails, and the Kazahir is my father. So, yeah, I haven't seen him since I died. Obviously.
And we can bring a fruit basket. I'm sure that would help ease the
Yeah,
conversation.
dead daughter and a fruit basket might do something.
Mm-hmm. I'd be very happy.
I think we're more likely to end up dead, to be honest.
No nonsense. That's poppycock. Just be friendly. Easy.
So Solana's gonna walk up to Sid and be like, "What do you want to do?"
If you all
And stroke
decide
his
to go to
abs.
Scylla, I don't know if I can follow.
You wish to go after Cyrdan?
I do. I do. I need to.
Hmm. Well, he pats you on the back. I respect that. Oh boy.
If
You
that's
have your
what you need to do.
priorities.
So if you go,
Absolutely.
then I will. You have to go without me.
From the floor where he's prepping his instruments, Kaylin. Unfortunately, it cannot work that way. You see, craven and more or less are an anchor for the unstable spawn of mine.
Do they have to be together? These anchors.
I do not want to test having them far apart.
We don't want to, like, mix and match a little bit.
I do not think
Like
it wise.
pink lemonade. Okay.
So you're telling me I just have to, what? Follow everyone else? Just
No,
give up?
Sidrel, I believe what he's saying is you need to have faith. Faith in these individuals that they will bring him home.
I can't.
Isn't faith everything that you built your soul upon and gives you your strength? Isn't
What
it
Sid
in the
means is that,
time?
Sid can't entrust this duty to someone else.
You don't
Just
get
did.
it. I can't just leave him.
Again, you're not leaving him.
But I am. Because I'm not the one who's going after him. I have to go after him. I have to be the one to bring him back. I have to.
Why can't we just go to Scylla? We'll have the other group go to Scylla.
I mean, if you absolutely have to, then yes. I can put my faith in them that they will protect my home. As much as I would love to be there to ensure all my little nuggets get home safely and are not abused, I will have faith.
I'm sorry to put that burden on you.
It's not a burden, my dear boy. It's a necessity of life. A paladin such as yourself should understand that.
Theo is gonna walk up and he's gonna say, I can help the battle with Scylla. I don't mind.
So just so the party is aware, everyone in Theonidas' party is up to speed on everything that has happened.
Sid,
I
it
know
must
Kung
be
Fu.
Mina.
So there
Great deal.
there is some startling revelations about the Requiem, about the Shadow, everything.
Well, Scylla's my home. It only sounds right to go back. So I'm ready to go.
I will join.
It's not that I don't trust you with Círdan, it's just that I can't. It is something that I have to do.
You don't need to explain yourself. I never had the opportunity to protect the ones that I loved. I lost that,
Kaylin,
and I'm
underneath you, looks absolutely like guilty and mortified, just so you're aware that you're talking and he's like sitting underneath you guys, so you get a visual. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
so I would love for you to have that opportunity to protect someone you love.
Netta puts her fin on your shoulder. Promise that we're gonna do this right. And then she like kind of caresses where your wings were,
Are these new? Very nice. It's gonna be all right, Sid.
You'll feel another hand on your other wing. It's Vesper.
You know what, Sid? Through the weeks that I've been spending time with everyone, you're the one who understood me most. Wherever you go, I'll go. Tavian can wait.
And when we have Círdan back, I will follow you, Vesper. Wherever you need. Whatever you need.
I'm here too.
Of course. Kazuhiko, of course. We will.
Yes.
My blade is yours.
Yes.
And he pulls out his blade and he literally sticks it on the ground and he is on his knees. And he says, my blade is yours. I vow this.
He gives you head pats.
So, we're Team Círdan. Anyone else?
Hey, I'm just
No, but
saying, if we're doing this and we're ditching Scylla, Sid, you get to break the news to Malbian because we made him a promise, and
That's right.
yeah.
Right.
So, all you, bud.
Can we let a Goliath handle Malbian? He's huge.
I feel like if we are trading one party for the other, Malbian will be satisfied.
Where do I go?
So,
Tip, 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 tip.
where do you want to go, Tralis?
I want to go wherever we're gonna save Chips. That's my only goal for right now is I want to save him, and I don't care if I have to be a bad guy, but I won't, cause you guys taught me. But I want to.
Do we have to go to hell for that?
I don't.
Remind me. I'm looking through my notes here, and it's a little messy.
In between,
There's some
Kaylin makes like this,
watermelon.
like
You. To hell.
Chips' soul. Chips' soul. Where did we put that again? I've got some watermelon things.
It's
Okay.
possible we have connections in hell.
Okay. Well then. In that case, Tralis, we'll make a pit stop into hell a little bit later. How about that?
okay. So I'll go. Does that mean Luminetta gets to go with us?
Luminetta's with the other group, I believe.
Oh, sweetie,
Unless-
I have to stay with the others.
Why?
Well, you see, the arcane, if you look at this, he starts drawing all these symbols and just, as you can see, these two here are the anchors now to their souls as they are brought back as revenants or undead of sorts, so that are tethered to them. And he's like going into this whole explanation.
Go ahead and
Netta-
roll a Arcana with advantage to explain to however old is he? 12, 14, 10? I don't know.
12, 14, you said.
How does
14.
Ink feel looking at all this knowledge from Kazuhiko?
Oh, he's just watching.
Oh, okay.
He's just
Yeah.
silently watching. Yeah.
Thought he had a boner or something. Okay, cool.
He was
Okay.
very upset last time, so.
AO3 Ink Ash X Kazu. Oh my god.
That would be a 25.
All right.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, that is enough. You convince him to be less upset about it, but he does go and hug Luminetta around the waist, like trying to soak
Netta-
in as much as he can.
Netta's gonna go on her, I guess, knees. I guess they have knees. And she's just gonna be like, Tralis, I promise on my life. Well, I guess I'm dead. Another life. This life. that I will see you again. But until then, and she points to Solana and like whispers, try to be nice to her, all right? She's gonna take care of you, just like how I did.
I am nice to her, even though
Are you,
no,
Trellis?
I'm not nice to her, but I'll try.
For me,
Yeah.
and I promise, if she's mean to you, or if she hurts you in any way, I'll get her myself. How's that sound? And then she kind of like shows off her teeth.
He
I
just
can take care of that.
he giggles. He's like, "Geez, is it hard to brush these?" And then
I have a lot of skills with my teeth, and I can take care of them very well.
Does Tralis have any resemblance to Diz for Theo?
oh
I think
yes,
we're
Theo
aware of
looks
it, right?
carefully.
oh yes.
If they're caught up, then I think they would know at this point.
They would know. Does Tralis know that the
No.
thing?
That's that's his
Doesn't know,
uncle.
yeah.
Mm-mm. I mean, he knows Theonidas is his uncle, but he's never seen a picture of him. He has no idea
If that's the case,
who.
He never added him on Facebook.
Theo will approach Tralis very gently, try to get down his level, one knee, but he's probably still a little bit taller.
Mhm.
And he says, "Little boy,
Big
do
man.
you know who I am?"
Looks at Luminetta.
His name is Sienna. Is that
His name is what?
I think his name is the Diz and that. One of those. I've been hearing Theo.
Theonidas, I can hear you. Or I can,
Okay.
I can introduce myself. Thank you, Luminetta.
Sorry, I'm still learning everybody's
That's all
names.
right.
I'm still new here.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm still
You're like 2
confused.
feet away. It's not that far.
But, little boy, you remind me so much of my best friend, actually. He's strong and tough, like you. You could probably kick my ass if you wanted to.
I've only picked up the hammer once when I was really mad, so probably not, but thank you, you're very nice.
Well, my best friend's name was Diz. Don't know where he is, but you remind me a lot like him. You can call me Uncle Theo, if you're comfortable.
And he blinks several times. I had an uncle.
What happened to him?
He died. But
I'm sorry.
it's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it happened a long time ago. But time is so weird. I don't know which memories are mine and which memories are a different me from a different. My uncle said that I was very special. He said that He said that my kindness was a superpower. But he died.
That your uncle was a smart man. And he has a point. Kindness is a superpower. And I can see it. Look at everyone, Travis. You're the reason why everyone's together, why everyone works so hard to do the right thing. Maybe you don't see it now, but that's something I can see. And look, the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because I want you to know that I will do everything I can to protect Luminetta for you while you are gone. This is a Goliath's promise.
I don't know what a Goliath is, but he steps forward and he takes your big hand, examines it pretty thoroughly. Little fingers move on the calluses, and he flips it over and he makes your hand make a fist. And he steps back. Okay, you look like you know how to fight. Because that's what kindness does. She's not afraid. She's... Well, sometimes she just gets a little Vesper. And she protects her friends. And she tells her friends that they're handsome and smart. But then she tells other people that they are not allowed to be mean to her friends. It's pretty much how I understand it. And I guess I wish that kindness could have saved Chips. But it didn't. And I don't really know if that's anybody's fault. I don't know. But if you could keep Luminetta safe, I can go help keep Sidriel safe. And he holds out his fists with some kindness. I could help Sidriel get his husband back. He doesn't know, but they're definitely married.
That's wonderful.
Cyrdan told me, but I'm not allowed to say anything.
Oh, I will keep it as a secret as well.
That's good, because he seemed really emotional about it. Kind of like Torrent gets emotional, where it's like, we don't talk about feelings because I'm such a man. And then he cries sometimes when he's sleeping. But that's... Torrent's getting better. We're hugging him more, and we're feeding him, and he'll be okay.
That's good. Well, how about this? A warrior's promise to each other, from a warrior to another warrior.
I wish I
And he
was
puts out his arm.
I wish I was a war...
You do.
Whoa, this is crazy. Your hand is huge.
Yes. Well, I see you as a warrior. You fight with kindness, as do I. So, will you do me a favor while I do this for you? To protect Luminetta.
You really remind me of my
Protect.
uncle. You know that?
That's very kind of you, to compare me to such a great man like that. See, what I need is for you to protect Solana for me.
Solana?
Do what I couldn't.
What? Solana?
Solana.
I have
I
to?
call her little one. Well, if you want me to protect Luminetta for you, this is a warrior's promise.
Oh, no. He thinks about it. Looks back at Solana. Looks at you. Fuck. Okay.
Language!
Looks at Luminetta.
You made a promise.
You know, she's the only lady who's never hurt me.
All the more reason to protect her.
She's special. And if she doesn't have a boyfriend when I'm an adult, I'm definitely gonna marry her.
Sure.
But Solana, she's okay. He squeezes.
Give us some time.
Squeezes you.
All right.
I'll try. Fuck. I'll protect her. That's really hard to say.
But you said it,
Yeah. I'll do my best. Are you?
and I will do mine.
Do I know you? You? And he starts kind of sniffing the air and gets a little close. Yeah. I wish my memories weren't so weird.
I don't know. I feel like I know you. I just can't put my finger as to why, where, when. It's weird. Everything's weird, right?
Yeah. Like a upside down toilet bowl.
That's
Weird.
very strange.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for this agreement, Tralis, the strong. And he looks at everyone.
I like the ring of that.
So I'm Team Scylla. Who will be joining?
So no, Netta raises a fin.
All right.
I'm with the big guy.
Well, we are all tethered, aren't we not? This is true.
Yeah, I don't know why you're asking. It's not like we have much of a choice.
You just couldn't give me this moment to
Is he
feel
always
cool.
so moody?
Yes, Luminetta. You'll never get used to it.
God.
As he said, it's not much of a choice we have, but to appease you, I guess, Theonidas, sure, I will join. As
you, Mom.
long as I get a spoon.
I have a spoon.
I also have a spoon.
Oh, really?
Yes?
Yeah.
Would you mind giving it to me?
That depends.
Oh, really? You want to play a game? You want to make a deal?
He looks at Kazuhiko.
Kazu waves.
Tell me,
Solana's
little
gonna walk over.
boy, what is your name?
That's Vesper. He's my really good friend. And he moves behind Vesper.
And yours, little white-haired demon.
I'm Vespa.
Yes. I feel like you and I might get along. Can I have your spoon?
Yes!
He just throws it at you.
Catch!
You just see, as soon as more or less catches the spoon, they are this hideous hag, but their face is a skull from the jaw down.
Oh.
And they grab the spoon and they still stay.
Ah! Oh,
Thank
God!
you.
Oh!
I want to be friends with you so bad.
I would love that.
How did you do that?
Do what?
Nothing.
What kind of
Oh,
spoon
nice.
did you give them?
It's like it's just your regular spoon. He just has a bunch
Plastic
of it
spoon.
because he would always steal spoons. Kind of like how whenever I go to Korean barbecue, they have like those metal chopsticks. I always take them home. That's
You
what
do
he does,
not.
but with spoons. He just has an abundance of spoons.
You have more than one spoon.
Of course I do.
Would you like to see mine?
Sure. Show me your spoons. What's your favorite? He's gonna walk to you.
Opens a fan full of spoons. Just.
Oh,
One of them has a tongue wriggling out of it. I found this one in a cave once.
He's gonna touch the tongue.
Oh,
Trowlis comes stepping over because Vesper moves forward, and in your fan he slides a fork. You're missing something.
This is an abomination!
Literally takes the fork
Holy shit.
and
Trowlis like flies backwards onto his ass and then just scurries backwards like, oh god, whoa, whoa, you're missing cutlery, you're missing, there's knives and you're missing, and what about spatulas? What about, oh god, what's wrong? Ah! 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 Theonidas! Runs around, Theo.
Little Charlie, see that? They're just joking.
They're
They
dripping!
do it.
They're dripping from their mouth! It's black! It's black! They're hissing! They're blowing up! What the fuck?
They have
What the
naked-
fuck? What the fuck?
Kazu,
Solana. Oh, go ahead.
Kazu walks up and leans in. Oh my god, look at that. Like a little nugget yourself, aren't you?
can't you see that, Kazu? Can you look at that one with the tongue?
Yes. Well, he starts poking. Do you mind if I just kind of, for a moment, please? If you just hold still, grabs you by the jaw. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
more or
And you
less
can do
takes the
this.
fan of spoons and puts it back in their bag and draws the boon of the spoon and will literally tap Kazuhiko on the head.
They're crazy. They're fucking crazy. They're like Vesper,
yes.
but on like some kind of skitter snort. Oh my god. Fucking crazy.
Solana's gonna go to Trellis and be like, shh, it's on.
Stay
it's
behind
alright."
me. I have to keep you safe.
And-
This thing's crazy. He pulls out a
They're
fork.
not.
And this
I've
seems
dealt with
this
them for a
seems
very
to
long
work-
time.
No. I'm gonna keep you safe. It's my job. You need to stop talking. You're the damsel in distress. I am the hero. Okay. Now that this has been established, stand behind me. I have this fork, which seems to act as some kind of crucifix for that thing. Holy moly!
You just see, okay, more or less, will. And the way that they walk is terrifying. It is like this hunched crawl across the ground, and they're just leaking. And it's almost like as if a tree branch is kind of like, you know what I mean? Like when you see those trees that come to life and the roots just like kind of, that's how it's basically them and how they're moving.
Vesper, help me.
And they
Vesper,
will
help me. Vesper, help me.
Take
Vesper?
the fork
Torrent.
and
Oh,
with
God.
one
No!
finger
I use
bend
that!
it
I use that to eat! I use that to
and
eat!
bend every single piece and then rust it. Prestidigitation.
Torrent.
Rust
Torrent,
it
you left me.
into
You left
ash.
me. Torrent, Vesper, you left me. I was left. Solana, stay behind me. Oh my god.
Morales, could you please stop moving? I'm trying to see something.
They don't take well to forks.
Yeah, well, I use
you're-
that fork to eat. And that's
Don't
wrong.
tell.
That's
don't
crazy.
tell
You
them
can't just
you're
use a
wrong.
spoon. You have to use
Should
forks.
only use
No, that's
So how
your
are
breath
you
smells.
moving your jaw without any muscles on it? It's quite interesting. This is
You
enchanting.
really got them, Trellis.
What is going on?
You left me. That's what's going on. I need your help. Now my fork's gone and my mess kit's incomplete. How am I gonna eat on the road?
they pull out a spoon and they say, no longer will
Ooh.
you eat with such a cursed piece of metal. That abomination.
Why do
We will
you?
eat with this
Okay.
instead.
Okay, hold on. Solana, step further back.
Hmm.
Step further back. Okay.
This whole time, by the way, Kazu's in your jaw. Like, inspecting
Okay. Can somebody?
so
Okay.
interesting.
What? Why? Okay. I think I peed myself. But
Oh,
I can't look you in the face.
They
Okay.
change to look like you.
Whoa.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Oh,
I was gonna ask you
where's
a
my
question,
notebook?
but now it's totally gone. Can you look like Sidriel?
Oh, yes, can you?
Which one is that?
Right there,
The
my
one
friend
with the 12
Cindrill. He's the
abs.
sex.
It's the abs one, more or less. The one with the abs.
The mopey one.
The one with the long hair.
Do I have to
Angel
take off my
light.
clothes?
No.
Would you like to?
No.
No.
Okay, then you don't have
Oh,
to.
you know what? Can you also try turn into Torrent, but can you make him smile? That'd be quite interesting.
Easy.
This is a lot of
Is
fun.
that the one with the black wings?
Yeah.
That's him.
The
That's
one who
right.
abandoned me in my time of need. Who's gonna lend me his
Looks
mess
like
kit.
Torrent. Looks like
you
Torrent,
were-
and when they smile, it is like,
Ew, that's so creepy. Torrent, please
I
never
prefer
the most
not
smile.
smiling.
horrifying thing I've
I don't
ever
ever
seen in
want
my
to-
life.
Oh,
I don't want to see
yeah.
Torrent
Actually,
smile ever.
Torrent, I think it's good that you don't smile.
They're probably
Now
good.
that we've learned.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try another one.
Zozo!
Hmm.
Let's turn into
Kaylin.
Zozo!
Yes, can you turn into Zozo?
I really
Kaylin,
don't see how this is helping anyone.
It is! It's convincing me to use spoons only. Please continue. Hold on, I gotta roll a deception.
Yes, I'm taking notes.
Fuck, is that a 6 or a 9? Shit.
Does it make a difference?
Does it have a line underneath?
why not both?
69. Yeah, good roll.
Okay, I think it's a 9. 13.
What do you need to roll against?
Isn't it perception?
Insight.
Insight.
Okay. You do know how high my insight is,
Look,
right?
he's like 12, man.
Okay, let me go get the moralized dice. Okay, gotta get the moralized dice. All right. All right. As I'm throwing things.
Kazu, do you have a sketch of chips? Maybe
Oh,
they
let-
could
let
turn
me-
into chips.
Yes, oh, that'd be quite interesting. Yes. I would love to know if they turn into actual metal as well. Here, if you could.
What'd you get on your roll?
It's a 17 plus 5,
Oh,
Yeah, he's
22.
for a little kid though. He's pretty convincing.
More or less just looks at them as more or less. So you thought you could lie to me?
Yes.
If I ever catch you with a fork, I will ensure that it never again leaves your mouth.
Why are
Do you understand?
Why? Okay, I am afraid, and I did pee myself this time. But why are you like this? Is that okay to ask? It looks over at Vesper. Can I ask that?
I mean,
Is there something wrong with me? I think I'm
Vesper's
quite
just
perfectly
laughing.
fantastic.
Travis, it might be
Perfect.
a
not a normal
religious
question.
reason. Well, let's be respectful.
it's not a
Yes.
normal
There's a
question to
lot
ask
wrong
you,
with
Ross.
you.
And he picks up your
Let's
jaw
be
again.
honest.
So, can you turn into chips then?
I don't know who that is.
Here,
And I'm sorry, Fishman. Did you say something?
here, picture.
No,
Chips.
that was me.
Metal.
Oh, you. See, little one, you see this idiot over here. He is a dirty fork user, and people like him are what we call cowards. Now, I don't think you are a coward, are you?
See, over here is like a little silverish metal. Over here is more like bronze goldish kind of metal.
Kaylin, is this really the group that is going to be entrusted to saving the world?
I'm sorry, I can't talk. I am in the middle of this spell.
Stop distracting him.
It is good
So
that
it
you
is.
are
It's
all
over.
formulating plans, however.
Yes.
There is quite a lot
Yes,
to
great,
discuss.
amazing plans of how I can convince all these dirty fork users to
Are
use
you a
spoons for the rest of their
boy
life.
or a girl? I'm a boy.
I don't see how this is relevant.
I think they're more fluid types. But anyways, here, pigeon, right here. Chips, yes? Can you?
That is a good question. DM can more or less change themselves to look like chips.
You certainly can, but you are not metal.
That will be the fleshiest of chips.
Ew.
I knock on your flesh metal. Ooh, that's kind of unsettling, but quite interesting at the same time. It reminds me a lot of when Zozo attaches themselves to what do you call it? Like metal. She takes on some properties as well. This is quite interesting.
Next to
Would you like to, after we're done saving the world and such, would you mind if I, study you a little bit?
by Solana, Tralis starts to cry.
What?
Looking at more or less
Tralis?
Chips.
Mm.
And then he like
Wow,
staggers
now look
forward.
what you made him do.
And he
First you
pulls,
scared him, and now you made him cry.
He pulls Chips more or less into a hug. And just squeezes.
More or less, don't freak out. Let him hug you. He needs it.
Thanks. Sorry, I didn't mean to trick you into turning into my friend. I didn't get to say goodbye, so I just. Anyways, thanks. I'm
Amelia.
gonna go over there in that corner and just. I'm gonna put my head in the corner and. Can somebody give me pants? I peed myself.
Theo's gonna grab Tralis and push him towards hugging more or less again, and he will also hug both of them at the same time.
Oh, I love group hugs. Here we go.
Yeah, Solana joins in. She's like making eye contact with more or less. Don't you dare ruin it for him. Don't you dare. Look at me the whole time. It's gonna be okay.
As Kazu's hugging, his arm and his head is peeking over the back of more or less. He's like touching. Ooh, interesting.
Another group
It's
hug.
extra.
This is good. I'd like another one. Then he'd squeeze in Vesper.
Seeing the look on your face right now might be the most entertaining thing that I've seen
Oh,
in the
shut up.
longest time.
Craven, Virginia.
No, I'm good.
Netta takes a big flipper and just goes, "Come on now," and she like pulls him. She's pretty strong. If it's an attack or whatever, I'll do it to get him to go over. I don't know if that's unarmed strike.
Yeah,
To just,
opposing
like,
athletics.
Push him over. Okay. Yeah, I'll roll it. I'm sure athletics. What are you gonna roll?
Yep, opposing athletics if Craven tries to not be sucked in.
Craven will just cast invisibility on himself.
God damn it.
He vanishes.
She's like, huh? Oh, God damn it. Them humans.
Ink. Ink looks like he's in a trance. There are a few bottles in front of him that are levitating and glowing as he seems to be preparing something, and he calls out to Tralis. Tralis, come here, please.
To more or less, before he answers Ink, he says, "Thanks. Sorry I made you uncomfortable. I'll use spoons."
More or less will put out one arm and just tap him on the back.
We're supposed to ask permission for hugs. Sorry.
Now, who told you that?
Sidriel.
I never asked permission to take spoons. Does that matter?
You probably want consent. It's important.
But what if they don't want to give it to me?
Vesper once told me you just throw it away.
That makes no sense.
I guess if the emotion doesn't make sense, you just throw it away. That's what he said. I don't know.
Oh, well,
That's
I know
like
how
a
to do
dog.
that. I do that often. I look at Craven's face and I feel angry and I throw it away.
Good thing you can't see it then.
I'd rather not. I saw it for too long.
Tralis disengages and moves over to Ink.
He puts a hand out, says, "Your hand, boy."
I'm also gonna be honest, I'm a little scared of you. He sticks his hand out.
He takes his hand.
Kaylin's
He
really
takes it
powerful,
well.
and you had a bunch of what? Oh, are you gonna draw on my hand? That's okay.
He dips it in the floating ink wells, and as he presses it, the needle tip to his forearm, ink starts to slowly melt down and pool in clouds and starts forming shapes on his forearm. It looks of black and grays with this shiny, hot red accents. What looks like a hammer and a handle. And as he follows along, he's talking to him and he says that the strengths that we carry are the memories of past, present, future, the faith, the hope to write a happy ending. And as he says that, on the handle are two hands, one big and one small, one strong and massive red, and the other one beneath it, a smaller one. Your father would be proud. You carry this strength with you, boy. I've seen it in many lives, many lifetimes. And he's passed it down to you.
Thank you. I will do my best.
I know.
Do I get to have? And he leans forward and whispers, Do I get to have a family? Do I get to have a mom and dad?
You already have them. They've never left.
He looks down at the tattoo. Is it Vesper and Citriel?
They can be. As I've said, past, present, future. Every strand of memory from your father, your mother, to these two here now, in the future you're fighting for. It's in you. It's a part of you.
Thank you. He flexes his hands.
I wasn't able to give Diz his tattoo. I'm glad I could bring it to you now.
And he's staring at the tattoo, and there's this veil of realization you can see in his violet eyes, so much like Gemma's. The pupil expands, and he gasps. And when his gaze meets yours, ink. There's a mix of emotions and a tenacity. Memories. Past, present, future.
I think at this moment, Theo stands up and he puts his hand to his chest like this, and he says, "To Tralis, the strong." And then Vesper will copy him.
Tralis, the strong.
Yeah. Ink will close his hand into a fist and press it against Chalice's chest, pressing the forearm tattoo against his chest and say, Chalice, the strong.
Sidriel nods and smiles at Trellis, a very small smile, and he says, to you, the strongest of all of us. More or less, just kind of, yes, yes. To that one, yes. Only spoons from now on, you understand, strong boy?
Nita goes over to Chalice. She like lifts him up, puts him on her shoulders, is like, puts her flipper over her heart. So Chalice, strongest of us all. And then Solana.
He hugs your
will,
monstrous head.
Solana says, "Here, here's to Chalice." And she curtsy bows, kind of like a weird. It's clear she's never done it before, but she kind of understands this is kind of like how you honor fighters. So she like curtsies and then bows.
Is this really what we're doing? Yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Charles, you're pretty tough. I wouldn't have agreed to help train you if not. So, you're a strong kid, and I'm glad to have you as part of the party. So, to you, Charles the Strong.
Oh, yes. We're doing the thing now. Chalice is strong. Mm-hmm.
Theo's gonna be like, so, Craven. I know you're invisible and all. Could you say a few words? With that humming, can I track where he is and throw a stone at him?
Kind of to help out, can Netta wants to throw out her dancing lights, so when she hears it,
Yeah,
let
you
her-
can have
her
advantage
dancing lights
on
go.
your perception check to hunt him.
Yeah, so I'm giving you advantage.
Oh, fuck yeah, here we go. Okay, advantage.
It's important.
18 plus 6, 24.
Yeah, that's
He gets a pretty medium-sized stone, just...
The lights are like, it's like a spotlight.
More or less starts cackling, just in the background, just laughing. The fact that somebody threw something at Craven. Ah, yes. Perfect.
Then Vesper will say,
All right, before we go on and do our things to, help save Chips and Diz, let's have one last drink. Well, not a last drink. That would assume that we're all dying. Let's have a drink together.
Now we're talking.
Do we
Well, I haven't had a
also
drink.
drink with spoons?
Absolutely. You can.
We're gonna let
You
the
never heard the
kids
saying
drink.
that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. What do you think you're taking medicine in? A spoon.
You know what helps it go down better? Is a spoonful of skitter snoot.
Are you a cop? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Because Charles said
skitter
that right.
snort. Sorry.
The child.
What? I'm just playing.
It's just one drink. It's one.
Sidriel looks at
little-
Sidriel looks at Vesper.
What did you say? Please. Please.
Netta pipes up. Let the kid have one drink.
From
What's it gonna harm him?
from Ink's hair, a very, very sleepy little guy sits up straight and coughs.
Did someone say drinking? 'Cause that's what Ladle does best.
What is it?
That's my precious little friend.
It can talk.
You're right, I can talk. I also can kick ass. And more or less, you look not a day over 19. Come collect me. Sorry, I was taking an old man nap, but I am revived with the idea of drinks. I'll drink a shot for the wee
Come.
lad.
More or less goes to pick them up. Oh, you have gotten old.
Distinguished.
Very old.
Distinguished.
Though I never said you weren't handsome, just old.
All right, fine. Fair enough. I'm fucking old. I've got kids.
What
I've
happened?
got kids, more or less.
You look like you have cataracts.
I have those two. I have those two.
So, does anyone
This
have
is-
alcohol?
That's a good question.
Hey, Kayla.
You're telling me you suggested we
Caitlin-
take shots and you didn't
Caitlin,
have
like,
any...
as you're all talking, he's getting annoyed that you keep talking to him. He's almost done with his spell. He snaps his fingers, and one of the tombs opens up, and there's just the tinking of hundreds of very old wine.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Gives his dash.
What was that?
Said, can I touch it?
Oh,
Can I touch?
One
Can I touch
bottle
him?
from this casket is probably 10 to 20,000 gold.
Good God. This one looks expensive. Should we drink the expensive one?
you know it.
All right, you grab it.
I may be dead, but may have some money left in my name. It's possible. I wasn't a nobody when I died. If anything will pay off your debts.
How much money does it cost?
About 10 to 20,000.
Put it
Okay.
on my tab, Kaylin. Put it on my tab.
He mutters under his breath something
Wait, are we gonna have to pay for this?
not necessarily rude, but just kind of a curse word. A polite son of a bitch.
I think
What a setup.
Sidriel has one platinum piece. He'll just pull it out, flick it over.
I will not take payment in coin.
Ah, I see.
I will be visiting those of you whom I have a deal with.
Yes.
More or less says, so what will it take, old friend? What is that you need from us?
Silence until the spell is complete. To me. Silence to me. Talk amongst
I don't know
yourselves.
if I can do that. Oh, silence to you. Sorry, Kaylin. Sorry again. Sorry.
And he and he refocuses.
I think somebody should put some cotton in his ears, and then you, good white-haired devil, can talk all you want.
Is that a promise?
If you
What
give
if
him-
I cast deafness on him? Would that be good?
No,
We
I
don't
know,
bother him.
Good idea. I think he will be a little peeved by the idea of you casting a
Um,
spell on him in general.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to help. What can I say?
Yeah,
God,
I
am I-
think we should just move to a different room, right? This is a very large area, and we could just probably move the party next to him somewhere else.
Take the party and push it somewhere else.
Mhm.
And so you move to another deeper part of the crypt, just as resplendent, where the casket was opened with this fine wine. Cups are produced and they are bejeweled crystalline wine glasses with embedded diamonds. Beautiful, ancient, expensive. Those of you that take a shot of the wine, it's so sweet and heady. It does not have that wine aftertaste. It's delicious, and you could very easily drink an entire bottle.
We're almost done with the bottle.
Vesper, please describe to me what it tastes like.
It tastes like Lily's pussy.
Sorry.
It's so sweet, and I want more.
Is there a reason why you won't have any?
Yeah, I thought it was complimentary to the people saving the world. I'm not drinking it if I'm paying a price.
It's free.
I'm more than happy to pay the price for you.
Yeah? With no
Your
cost.
deal.
No, I don't deal with your kind. No,
I simply ask that you provide me with a spoon. Don't you have one?
I do not.
Yeah, you do. It's in your mess kit. Oh, I mean, there's no spoons here.
Easy. Drink all you want just for the price of a spoon. Does it really hurt that much?
Don't trust your kind, I'm sorry.
Trust my kind? What's that supposed to say? What does that mean? My kind?
Yes.
Are you really trying to piss her off this late?
I don't know your deal, I don't know anything about you, and I don't intend on making a deal with you, even if you say it's just for some cutlery.
I simply want a spoon. Have I said something wrong? Have I confused anyone? I simply asked for a spoon. Is that so hard to understand? Have I done something to make me seem untrustworthy?
No, you just got some trust issues.
Oh, sweetie, they're just judging your face.
What's
They're
wrong
just
with my
judging your face.
It's
You're
beautiful.
terrifying, dear. You're terrifying.
Beautifully terrifying. That's what-
Beautifully, tragically beautiful, beautifully tragic, whatever the case.
Are you saying he thinks I'm ugly?
No?
Has he
Yes,
looked at himself?
You're all a bunch of tricksters and liars, that's all I'm saying.
Tricksters and liars. I will tell you one thing. I don't lie. I'd rather tell the truth, that I think you are wasting breath by not passing me your spoon, because sooner or later I'm just going to have to go and get it myself. And then we won't have such a pleasant experience, will we?
She will go through your bags, Torrent. She will go through your bags later.
Simply ask nicely, please. Oh, please, fishman. Please give me your spoon. I simply wish to see it.
Darn, I have so much spoons. You can have one of mine.
You can give your spoon to them if you'd like.
I'll
I'm
give them
asking
them
for
five.
yours.
Here.
What is your name? Torrent?
Wait, no, here's a spoon for Torrent, so he can drink.
Ah, but he himself has not given it to me.
Yeah, he is,
I won't.
through me. I'm his bodyguard, too.
Ne-
Hold on,
careful,
let me roll a
Travis.
deception.
Gi-
Never mind, that's a natural
Thank
one.
you.
Travis, why don't you give Torrent the spoon, and then
Oh.
Torrent can give them the spoon?
Well, I was
There
still
you
on your
go.
head, so I wasn't... I'll climb down.
I'll lower you down a little bit.
Here you go, Torrent.
I will not be handing them anything, but thank you.
Theonidas, have I ever done anything to harm anyone? I have never done that.
Look, it's fine. Just let him have his spoon, more or less.
But
Please.
he won't give it to me. What if it's the one?
It's not the one.
But you don't know if it's the one spoon.
To rule
It
them all?
could be. No, it's mine.
Lorna, be nice to the new reincarnates.
I am being nice. I said please.
Leonidas, we are the reincarnates, are we not?
I'm kidding. That's right. I'm confused.
We're
Sorry
the
about
vampire
what
people, or
happened.
whatever the fuck he
No,
said.
but
they
they
I'm
were.
a little
were.
drunk.
We
They're
well,
the
you
new of us.
died. We
We
didn't die.
died,
And
right.
Craven and I. Well, you died. Listen here, Torrent. And your spoon you won't give to me. Listen, I am not evil, okay? I may look strange, I understand, but I have lived amongst the trees for a millennia. All right? And if anything, I believe you should give it to me as payment.
Oh, now
For-
you want me to pay you?
Yes.
For what exactly?
Hold on, I just have a question. I just believe that me having to listen to you tell me no, it's terribly tragic and so painful. And I really believe you should just give it to me.
More or less. What if I give you another one of my
I
finest-
already gave you a spoon. You can't give me back the spoon that I've already given you. What I need is for this idiot over here, the one who's with the other idiot that I so clearly hate, to give me his God's forsaken spoon as payment for the bullshit of his prior ancestors.
Give me a second. He's gonna go up to Torrent. Torrent, it's wonderful to meet you. You're on your own. Let's just one more shot together before things
Nope,
go
I will
south.
not be drinking at all. The
Okay,
price is too
right,
high.
right.
Oh, this one is just as annoying.
This wine is very delicious.
It is delicious. What's
Solana's drunk in the corner. Come on, Torrent, you gotta try it. It's good.
Is no one else suspicious of this?
It's so funny. If we're talking about me being untrustworthy, you do realize that I was the only one who actually knew anything about anything, and I was the one who was killed first? And I was innocent! And then I was trapped in a tree! Not saying that the tree had anything to do with this. He was quite lovely. His name was George. I did make quite the friends with him. And the other tree, that one was Georgette. Now, I think they were twins, but I'm not too sure. But what I am saying is that you should give me your spoon.
I also think, Torrent, you need to understand. Everybody's in this room is gonna save the world, so we're all on the same team. And the way he's talking, it is a little slurred with words, a little bit. So I think you should just fucking YOLO, man.
Vesper, did you give him alcohol? I thought we talked about this. He's too young.
what?
What do you mean? He's a man now.
He is still
I
young.
got my first tattoo. I'm a
Here's a
man.
tat- here's a
Trellis is
tattoo.
strong. Trellis is strong. Oh, fuck it, Trellis the strong.
When you have to hold his hair back and deal with him when he's throwing everything up, I'm not going to be doing that.
I can cast some mass healing words. We'll be
We're gonna be
fine.
best
Trellis
friends.
is strong.
Trellis is strong. We're gonna all be best friends and save
Yes.
the
Solana's
world.
gonna try to
Yeah,
dance with
yeah,
Trellis while
yeah,
Trellis-
Trellis
yeah.
is strong.
Yes.
Yeah,
Going to
yeah,
save the world.
Trellis.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Well, that's the most they've ever gotten along, isn't it?
Please, Torrent. The bottle's almost gone. It's really
Torrent.
expensive.
Time is ticking, fish boy.
You're right, and we should be out saving the world right now.
Saving the world after everyone has a celebratory drink, but for some reason you're being a stubborn ass.
I like my blood right where it is, thank you.
I don't want your blood.
I think he just has a different opinion, and we should respect that.
I think he
Thank
thinks.
you.
And I
Why
will
are
have
you
more
so
wine.
afraid? Do you really take after your ancestor so much as to be afraid of little old me?
Who's his
Why do you
ancestor?
know so much about my
I'm so
ancestor?
confused. Yeah, I have the same question. You know, get that Kaylin's only gonna bite Solana. Hold on, let me look at my notes. I'm a little drunk. Solana and Vesper and Kazu, because they all like it. You know that, right? Like, you know that
Yeah.
that's the deal,
It does feel pretty good.
and that
What
you're
goes
not.
on their tab?
Yeah, I just want you to know that it's
Oh
it's
shit! Give me that. And he just snags the bottle from Vesper.
Damn it. Sincerely thought I was gonna get another spoon out of this deal.
it's okay.
Evie's
My
drinking.
spoon.
Have we even like established where we're going and how we're doing it yet?
As,
Are we getting too excited? Because I
as
don't know.
Solana says that, Kaylin steps in.
Ooh.
Like, Kaelin's been working on it.
Siren is in Scylla.
What?
And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Oh, shit.
What?
I'm
We just had this whole fight and it's
Well,
the
that
same.
makes it easier, doesn't
But we've
it?
done it. Send them both.
Oh, that conversation for what? Fuck you, Caitlin.
You, Galen. He's like, I'm so sure they're in Dusthorn. I'm sure of it.
He did it on purpose.
He
That was
wanted us to bond and fight and bond again.
I don't like any of you anymore.
Fuck this squad.
It was a
Fuck you,
damn
Joel.
spoon. What the hell, man? What the fuck? Pissed. All I want is your spoon. I'm going to get it. You have to realize that I will go into your bag and get it. I will do it. I will grapple you to the ground, Mr. Punchy Punch. I will.
Listen,
You know
Chad.
what? I will suffocate you.
Oh wow.
With
Oh, he'll
the
like it.
spoon.
He'll like it. That's what I've heard.
Little bit.
What if
little
I
bit.
just turn you mad for a minute?